Hello. Yeah, my Tuesday was kind of a Monday. It was kind of an additional Monday. Ordinary Dork has entered the fray. Dork, thank you for 4 years. Very much appreciated. Oh no, it's Foxborn. Fox, thank you for 78 months. 78 lovely months. So, how's it going today? Going well, I see. Hmm. Yeah, Tuesday things. I'm not feeling the best. That's where I'm at. Squib. Squib party. What is that, Dave? What in the world is that? Everyone gets together in a white room wearing white clothes. Every so often, we set up a squib on someone. Hmm. I like it. Yeah, I don't think anybody has to commit to anything. No reaction. Interesting. The thought that I had, Dave, is that none of them know that it's going to happen. Kind of like in Alien, when the actors didn't know what that special effect was actually going to be like, and they squirted spaghetti sauce or whatever into their mouths without them realizing. I don't see the contradiction. If you pre-prepared, I mean, what I imagined in my head, Dave, is this. You have a perfectly white room. It's bright white. And then the people that you've put into the room are all wearing white overalls. Basically a full, you know, uniform, fully white. You could give them the uniforms, have them put them on without them knowing that they're loaded with squibs. But it's your idea. Oh, it's bring your own. Okay. It's your idea. I won't compromise your idea. What's up, Otaku? But it is a good idea. I like it. It's very good. I saw an article the other day. Did I talk about this already? I don't know if I did. I think I told Nakomi about it, but I don't think I told y'all about it. Did I talk about quiet cracking? $100 huge months. DJ QJ, thank you for 100 months. You haven't heard about this? Well, the uh, the author class loves to, particularly in the business space, they love to come up with these terms. And quiet something, quiet adjective or quiet verb is a very popular ad. You've probably heard of quiet quitting. That was the one a little while back where people were still doing their jobs, but they weren't into it anymore. And that was quiet quitting. Really gross stuff. The new one is quiet cracking. And the headline of the article is Quiet cracking is spreading in offices. Half of workers are at breaking point, and it's costing companies $438 billion in productivity loss. Hell yeah. That's not in the headline. The hell yeah. That's mine. That's my hell yeah. And of course, I immediately felt revulsion just at the term quiet cracking. Quiet cracking. Quiet cracking. And it is revulsion. It should inspire revulsion. But the description of it, I felt for once was actually astute because the definition, according to this article here, is quiet cracking is the new workplace phenomenon sweeping offices. As AI looms over jobs and promotions stall, workers' mental health is quietly fraying. For employers, it has resulted in a staggering $438 billion loss in global productivity in the past year alone. But not all hope is lost. Blah, 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 blah. Workers are down in the dumps about a lack of career growth opportunities and emptying offices as companies slash staffers to make way for AI, all while being put under constant pressure to do more with less. And I was like, oh, okay, so everyone feels like that. Good, good. That's step one. The article isn't really saying that it's the employee's fault. That's just describing how employees feel. And they don't say that it's invalid. So the next line is scared of speaking out and putting their neck on the line in a dire job climate. Staff are silently but massively disengaging with their employers. Welcome to quiet cracking. The latest workplace phenomenon sees staff showing up and doing their job, but mentally and emotionally struggling. About 54% of employees report feeling unhappy at work, with the frequency ranging from occasionally to constantly, according to a 2025 report. Uh, the telltale signs of quiet cracking are very similar to burnout. You may notice yourself lacking motivation and enthusiasm for your work. You may be feeling useless or even angry and irritable. These are all common indicators of quiet cracking, and they gradually get worse over time. And of course, we have to call out to the original. Unlike quiet quitting, this decline in productivity from workers isn't intentional. Instead, it's caused by feeling worn down and unappreciated by their employers. And oftentimes, as with burnout, they don't even register it creeping up on them until it's too late. But feeling unable to quit in protest because of the current job market, it's left them ultimately stuck and unhappy in their roles. Yeah, 3 pizza parties a year. They have a section. They have various sections. So they have one that's about managers being too slow to catch on. Uh, One about how employers can fight quiet cracking before it's too late. Now, of course, they've already identified what the causes are. So, how are employers going to fight it? Are they going to address those causes, which, according to the article itself, earlier on were AI and uh, layoffs and uh, excessive pressure on the employees? So, let's see. The current state of the workplace may sound bleak, but all hope is not lost. Career experts also fortunately to spot fissures in company culture before employees are fully down in the dumps. If you've noticed an employee becoming more and more disengaged with their work, it may be best to schedule a time where you can discuss how they feel. Setting them new tasks, providing new learning opportunities, and simply having an honest conversation could steer things back in the right direction. And none of that sounds like addressing those problems that you mentioned earlier. None of that sounds like that. Anything we can do to not address the elephant in the room, right? Anything we can do to avoid that. Like literally, they're like trying to answer it with statistics. Uh, Among employees who experience quiet cracking, 47% say their managers do not listen to their concerns. By simply sparking a conversation on the issue, supervisor can get staffers back on track to be happy at work. Uh, Training workers. About 62% of staffers who aren't quiet cracking receive training. Try training them. That's basically they're just going down the list of like they of the people in the study or whatever, I guess. They just took the bundle of people who weren't quiet cracking and then were like, what are the most common things about these people? AI probably did write this. Who knows? And then they have a section how workers can combat their own disengagement. blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So they lay it out at the beginning. It's such a frustrating thing with like every article today. They'll somehow like in a manufacturing consent sort of way, they'll allude to or flat out state what the exact problem or cause of a problem is. And then they'll go on to like, the other 80% of the article never mentions that again. Whatever solutions are presented are not actually solutions to the thing that was mentioned at the beginning. It's so it's so weird. It's everything feels like gaslighting now. Everything. Every single article feels like they go like, "Oh, you think it's A? Well, it's actually B." What do you mean it's B? What evidence do you have that it's B? Everything seems to indicate that it's A. No, it's B. Oh, okay. All right. Fuck you, pay me. Unfortunately, we're past fuck you, pay me. We're in a territory where short of like unheard of unanimous solidarity, we're not really going to be able to move the needle on anything anymore. Is how it seems to me. That again, I'm always like, I always have to be like, I'm not trying to be doomer here, but this looks really bad. But yeah, I mean, articles are slop. That's all this really is just a big pile of slop. The only takeaway from it that I had was I was see pleased in the sense of like, you know, it's nice to know that there are other people who have exactly the same feeling about it. Um, Not that I didn't sort of know that. I assumed that, but seeing evidence of it is always nice because a lot of this stuff sometimes it feels like I is anybody else feeling this? Is anybody else, noticing this stuff? Dave, if you're gonna repeat your idea from before verbatim, that's great, and I love you. Okay, no, this is something else. It would have been very funny. I'm not good at that stuff, Dave. I don't have any drugs, and I am really bad at turning my brain off. That's what's wrong with me, man. That's the thing that's wrong with me. I'm really, really, really bad at uh, distracting my own brain off of shit that makes me crazy. I am going to search for coolest hat anyway, just to see what we get. Okay, well, unfortunately, that just returns a bunch of e-commerce stores. Let's try images. Oh no. Well, the first one is a fedora. The second one is I don't really know what they're called, just a cap. Third one's a fedora. And then a bunch of baseball caps in heaven. Another fedora. The words coolest cap sitting on top of someone else's head. A guy with, I guess, a custom top hat that has like flames and skulls on it. I don't think that's the coolest hat. A sheriff, a sheriff, just a sheriff wearing a sheriff's hat. I don't know why. That's funny to me. Uh, oh yeah, I think I saw those Mets hats. You posted those the other day, didn't you? Those are cool hats. You have those hats, is what you're saying. Nice. Yeah, those were cool. Peco, peco, peco. Yep, 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 yep.
Jesus said, Feckle, Feckle, Feckle.
Foxborn, thank you for the biddies. I would take you up on that, Dave, if I was cool. If I become cool, I'll let you know. A pet demanding pets. The littles are asking nothing of me right now. You'll turn me into a magic man? I do want to be a magic man. I ran out of steam so quickly, folks, as I suspected that I might, which is why I didn't go live with something else. I was considering Death Stranding, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like shit. I don't think that'll be good. Hola, Architect. How goes? Thank you, I think I shall do that thing. I shall do that. But man, I wish that I was like more functional than I have been of late. There's so much that I want to do, and instead I feel like I'm just like just feel worthless. gotta gotta change things. But not right now. I'm gonna get on out of here. Thanks for hanging with me. Sorry for the whatever this was. Hopefully tomorrow I'll just be here with some more Death Stranding 2. But until then, have a good night. I'll see y'all later.